You guys, Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania have never all made the final since the introduction of the semifinals, and I think that's about to change this year because it is a Baltic revival. Estonia's Elina and Stig, Latvia's Aminata Savadogo, and Lithuania's Monika and Vaidas are really bringing it. Who is your favorite?
I'm torn between Latvia and Estonia. I'd hate the Lithuanian song, so I would happily leave that to rot in the semi-finals. But Latvia or Estonia, it'd be tough to choose between.
For me, it's Estonia and Lithuania who are in both in my top three, but I think they will all make it to the final. Latvia's song is a little weird, but it's still a good one, and she has great vocals. So I think it will be the first time that all three countries will be in the final and will be voting for each other.
My favorite of those three is definitely Estonia, followed by Lithuania and Latvia. I think that Lithuania and Latvia lost my interest a bit. I don't know why, but Estonia is the best of those three.
Now, I used to think Estonia was far and away the best because then I heard Latvia, and it really confused me. I mean, they're so different. Like Estonia, duet, quite sweet, but a little old world, where Latvia is so modern and new, and it's like the singular, strong female of African descent doing it, and I think that's really special. I don't know, how many Latvians of Burkina Faso descent do you know? It's I think there's a story there, and it's just so modern. Lithuania, it's very upbeat and happy. It's a bit cheesy. I think they're great singers and very talented, and well done to Lithuania for finally choosing a serious act. But I struggle with Lithuania to really get behind it.
But Vaidas and Monika has the best chemistry of them all in the whole contest, so I think that could be for the better. Stig and Elina, they're a little weird couple for me. Elina is so much younger, and Stig is I just don't get how they could be a couple. But I think about the modern thing, the juries usually don't like the two modern songs, so that's could be bad for Latvia. But yeah, I still think Lithuania, Estonia, and Latvia will all make it to the final.
Now, you call Estonia's relationship awkward. I call it a man's fantasy. She is 13 or 14 years younger. She's vulnerable. He's strong, silent type. I think it's magical. Let's actually go through these one by one, just so we don't get so muddled. Let's start with Estonia. Do you think it deserves to be the odds-on favorite?
Yes.
I don't know if it deserves to be the favorite. I think it's quite clever because it has the old 60s vibe. I mean, Ariana Grande's Problem's a huge hit in the summer, and it has that same sort of 60s Motown-y almost vibe to it, which I think could really help elevate it. But it has lost its sparkle, I think, because it was the early favorite, so it loses some of its sparkle over time.
Yeah, I think that's because you listen too much to the song, and in Eurovision they won't listen to, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times like we did. So I think that was the big problem, and I don't think that in Eurovision that will happen because there's so many people who listen to it the first time and they think, oh, this is so special, come on, and we were like, yeah, whatever, we heard it so many times. I think that won't work in Eurovision. That people say it's over with the song.
Yeah, I think it's one of the biggest favorites to win still. They have amazing voices, they have amazing live performance, and just the story and the lyrics is amazing. There's no real songs like that where the story builds like that. And yeah, I think also the juries will love it. And yeah, I think it's one of the favorites to win, and I think it will be in top 3 at least.
I totally agree with you. This song, for me, just gets better with time. I love the fact they're so different. He's we actually interviewed him at Esti Lau, and we wanted to check his pulse. He's so mellow, and then she comes in all sexy. It's just, they're so great together. There's something very special, atmospheric, and people compare this to the Common Linnets, and I understand why, because of the intimate staging, but this feels very different. It's so different because the Common Linnets was almost a very quiet song, it was very intimate on a quiet level, whereas this builds and has progression in a different way. So I'm confident this could still challenge for the win. Now, let's move on to Latvia and Aminata Savadogo. Angus.
I think the top 5, it has that whole Margaret Berger dark electro sound to it, But as we saw with Margaret Virgin, that didn't win just because it was a little bit too, I guess, avant-garde for the juries. Like, juries can go for like modern, cool, electro-sounding stuff, but they're often not willing to if there's something more conventional. And there are more like contemporary chart pop songs in it. I love Aminata and I think the song is great, but I think realistically, top 5 is the best they can do. Like, no doubt it's qualifying. I just think top 5 is the best she's going to get purely because juries are going to be kind of weirded out by it.
Yeah, she's a great singer, but yeah, just the juries might be it. And also, like, I don't know if like Eurovision fans are used to this modern, electronic kind of music, but I don't know if the regular TV viewers will get it. I don't know, but I think it will make the final, but I don't think it will make it to the top 10. Maybe
Yeah,
like 15.
I think that the jury will love this and not the televoting, and that could hurt Latvia really, really much. Like, the jury listened to the voice more than to the whole package. And the televoters, they want to just, yeah, it's catchy, come on. And this is not catchy. This is just really impressive with the voice and really modern. I think it could be even too modern for many people out there watching Eurovision. I have no idea if they could qualify. I still love it really much, but I don't know why, but I lost the interest in the song. That's not good.
You see that sunshine? That sunshhine's to counter your shade, people. I think that the jury is going to love this because of her voice. I think the public is going to love this because of her voice. I think they're both going to love it because this is so modern. This isn't 2015. This is 2017, 2018. I feel like this is really special. And I have faith that the vocals will carry her to the final. This is my outside bet. Like, not that I'm trying to make money off Eurovision, but like, I am putting 20 pounds on her as an outside, top 3, because I think she can do it. And finally, the last country in this Baltic revival is Lithuania with Monika Vaidas Baumila.
I am like not confident at all about this qualifying. I get like the up-tempo folksy song, but like I hated it with Coming Home, Malta's song last year, and this just sounds exactly the same to me. Like, I don't like it. I find the Lithuanian national selection a really weird concept that they pick the song and the singers separately. Like, I find it just bizarre, and I think it shows like I don't buy into the chemistry. I find it, I don't know, it doesn't stick with me, and I think it's just going to get lost, especially being in the biggest semi-final. Full of duets. I just think they're going to get lost in the crowd, and I would be really surprised if this qualifies.
But yeah, if Malta made it last year, there's no doubt that Lithuania will make it this year. They are the only kind of upbeat song in the first half of the second semi-final. They have amazing chemistry. They're amazing singers. The song is catchy. I'm sure they will make it to final. And Lithuania has made it to final like 4 times in the past 5 years with much worse songs, so I'm sure that they will make it to final.
Yeah, I think Lithuania is, for me, it's the one who could get really big troubles in the semi-final, because there's so many duets, there's so many nice songs, not amazing songs, just nice and good songs with good vocals. The chemistry is great, as you said, but there are so many couples in the semi-final, and people could maybe forget it after hearing the voices of Latvia or Slovenia or whatever. So I think they are in trouble. But I love it, the song. I love it pretty much. It's so fresh and a bit, not so modern, a bit dated, but that's great with that song. So I really like it.
And if they don't make it, we're all just gonna say la vie. No, I mean, I'm like torn about this because I think Monika and Vaidas are really talented and like great voices, the best singers Lithuania has sent in ages. The song, I still don't know if I like it. I mean, I think they're gonna, with the proper staging, it could be amazing. Because watching the Lithuanian selection, I think my issue was maybe the way it was filmed and recorded, not the performance. So it's hard to separate. I'm keeping the faith though, because Vaidas, he does something to people, y'all. He does something to people, and Monika's great too. And so I think this could make it. I'm gonna withhold judgment for now.